Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we've got round 7 of Archie's Journey for you lot, as advertised on screen right there. So you've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We're still pushing Archie's Journey, we're still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. So get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, and then get yourselves over to www.justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey and drop a donation on there if you would. Thank you. Right, round, phone's going crackers. Round 7 tonight, live from Brands Hatch. We've got 2 races for you. It was a bit of a no-show last week. We only had 8 drivers. We've only actually got 8 drivers in the lobby again this week. So they ended up deciding to do half distance, half points races. So 2 20-minute races for you guys tonight from Brands Hatch. Reverse grid for race 2 as well. But like I say, only 8 drivers in the lobby so far. Might be staying that way. Who knows? I've got scores for you lot in a second. We'll get into the lobby first and we'll go through those while we wait for drivers and get quali underway. So merch still available, people. Plenty of stickers available. Still got t-shirts out there as well. If you are interested, hit me up at dartsmoker@googlemail.com or on the Facebook page. Throw me a message somehow. Chuck rocks, whatever it is. Not at my head though. Right, into the stream. Let's get ourselves in here. Put the live chat on so you lot can have a waffle if you want. I'll try and keep up if I see it. But yes, only 8 drivers. So who have we got in the house? We've got Valium, we've got Apache, Obi-Wan, Mocking Weeks, Infinity Decals, Dizzy, Dylan and Don. Dylan is smashing this league. There's no getting away from it, people. He's too quick. So let me just pull up scores. No pretty picture for you lot to look at, unfortunately. It's just me waffling on. Dylan then leading the way into round 7. Got final round next week as well. So still points to be had. Still people could put pressure on him, but he is leading the way on 197 points at the minute. GT Obi-Wan, fastest rival, 126 points on the board. P1 Don, 103 points alongside P1 Dizzy, having a couple of good results last week, did Diz. So also on 103 points, sitting in joint third then with Don. P1 Reg in 5th with 101 points, still in the run-in. Got Benny in 6th with 88 points. Raoul 7th with 79 points. Infinity Decals 8th with 77 points. P1 Apache 9th with 70.5 points. Mocking Weeks 10th with 69 points. Valium with 63 points for 11th. Manny Af in 12th with 60 points. Rick 33, GTR 13th, 51 points, and V-Show, last one on the list here, he's got 42.5 points. But yes, a lot of those drivers not in the lobby tonight. Again, can be difficult to run these lobbies during the summer holidays and stuff for the kids. You know, there's people away on holiday and that kind of stuff. Can't always commit. Someone getting it all wrong at Druids. Right, let's get ourselves in then. driver. That's Raoul just turned up. Don out on track then. Again, I don't know whether this is... Where's the race timer? Oh no, they've been out for an hour and 12 minutes, so the lobby's been open a fair old while. We'll expect a lobby reset before they get underway with qualifying, especially now we've had an extra driver turn up as well. Can anyone put any kind of pressure on Dylan before the end of the season? Again, only tonight and next week to go. It's an endurance... done getting it wrong then. Through... forget that one. Yeah, different race next week. Let me just quickly jump out of this and have a look back at that. What is it? Bathurst. Yeah, full 40 minutes. Wrong one. Full 40-minute enduro next week for the final round. So 3 races to try and gain points. It might even be double points next week for the enduro. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not too sure. Right, so lobby has been reset. Drivers just re-entering track. We have gone for the full 20-minute tonight. I'm just starting the procession of outlaps, closely followed by GT Obi-Wan in the shiny liveried Mazda tonight. Dylan, the man to watch, even starting from the back of the pack with the extra weight on and things like that, the success ballast they do put on for race 2, he does seem to just wheedle his way through the pack, get his way up front. So keep an eye, all the boys rocking Archies Journey livery, a couple of Dark Smoker stickers on there as well. Dylan and Don have had a couple of good races. Where's Dizzy? Dizzy in 7th. He's put a little bit of pressure on Dylan, but Dylan's always managed to come out up front. Hazard's on for Diz as well, just taking his time on his outlap. Doesn't want to bust his tyres open. Right, coming across the line to start them then. Let's get ourselves on board with a bit of a on-board lap. Through Paddock Hill Bend then, on board with GT Obi-Wan. Back up the hill, into Druids hard on the brakes. Oh, he's left the door wide open there. You don't want to be doing that on in the race. Down the hill then, through Graham Hill Bend. Again, nice corner to get right. Can't get it very wrong though if you let it run a little bit too wide. Down towards Surtees again. Tricky little corner this one. Can catch you out where the apex is. If you get it wrong, it does push you out a little bit wide as well onto the grass. Down Pilgrims then, back up the hill towards Hawthorns. I'd get me track map out, but it's covered in t-shirts. Through whatever this one is, someone tell me in the comments what that corner's called. Into Dingle Dell, back up the hill into Sheen then. This is another tricky corner. Blind on the way in. You may see one or two drivers running it a little bit wide through there. Spinning off in the grass. Sterling's as well can be tricky. And then the final turn of Clark Curve. Again, not as easy as you think. Brands Hatch, it looks dead simple on the screen there. There's a few little corners that can catch you out. So GT Obi-Wan then was holding pole, just been pipped by Don. He's put in a 130.178 at the minute. Still a few drivers to cross the line, so Don might not stay there. It's only a 10-minute quali as well. Medium tyres only in both races. No fuel depletion. Little purple sector again then from Don. He's looking quick. Obi-Wan does hold on to that second then for now. 130.3, although he's putting in purple sectors too. Keep an eye on that. Dylan third. 130.3. Valium fourth. No hot lap on the board for him, but he is 0.4 back from Dylan, so that puts him on a 130.7. Dizzy's on a 130.8. Again, purple sectors. 130.8 as well for Infinity Decals. You want any hoodies or anything? This is where I've got all my merch from. This man here. So he's done my stickers, he's done my t-shirts. Big shout out to Infinity Decals. P1 Apache. Did I even read out his time? 130.8. Yes, I did. Apache 135.6 at the minute. Mocking Weeks just rolling around at the back. He's just started his hot laps. Purple sectors from him as well. Everyone liking that first little sector of the track then. Mocking Weeks looks like he's not even bothering looking for a tow during qualifying at any point. Wants to stay out of trouble. Got the track all to himself at the minute. I believe Mockin and Rowell had a bit of a coming together last week as well. Still rocking the, let me go back to that. Mocking Week still rocking the Lizzie Faith livery down the side of that car as well. Two lobbies running again tonight. Ooh, a bit wide there for Mockin. Chops it across right at the last minute. So two lobbies running tonight. You're watching the Pro League with me, Dark Smoker, and we've got the Pro Ams as well running on Idle 4 Gaming's channel. So if you're looking for the Pro Ams, you're in the wrong place. GT Obi-Wan back on top, 129.7 then. Don holding second still. What's he got? 129.9 lap 3. Mocking Weeks up to third then. He's put himself, what is he, just a 10th back from Don. That puts him on 130 dead pretty much. Dizzy also coming back out on track. No time to see at the minute. Again, Dylan's chucked himself back in the pits, so it resets all his lap time and everything. I can see why they do it, but it does cause me some little issues not being able to see previous laps and stuff. Infinity's gone quicker, 130.6, taking a couple of tenths out. So, just 2.5 minutes left of qualifying then. Obi-Wan currently sitting on pole. Don's still holding that second. We are just coming up to Obi-Wan pulling over. Maybe happy with his qualifying time. Don into the pits. He's coming in for a change of tyres. Going to give it one last shot. Weeks back out on track then, holding third position on the grid. Dizzy puts in a blip. Oh well, that's an out lap, 141. So he starts his, yeah, this will be his last fast lap. All or nothing now then for Diz. Still holding 6th, Apache 7th, Rowell 8th, and Valium back in the pits. There's a full second behind the race leader. So no hot lap from Obi-Wan. Who's going to be the next man to cross the line? Let's have a look. Obi-Wan parked up. It's going to be mocking weeks then. Get another chance. We are sorry, it was got the time, but we're in 1:30.0 then. Dylan does go quicker as well though. He sticks in, what's that, 200ths behind GT Obi-Wan, so he's right on his tail. He's in the 129s. What's he got on this final lap? Oh, he might get another one in actually. He does. So out lap of 1:37. Last chance saloon for Dylan. Hope these boys aren't getting in his way. Don's still out on track as well. Weeks looks quite content with his 4th at the minute. Dizzy done. He's not on a hot lap. Infinity Decals, I think. Might still be on a hot lap. Valium is done. Patchy is done. And Raoul still on an hot lap as well. Coming through then, what's he got? He sticks in a 1:32.0, so looks like he's holding 9th position. Dylan got purple sectors. Is he going to take pole position off of Obi-Wan right at the end of qualifying here? Is he going to do it? He's got this last corner to get right. Through there cleanly as well. He's been very consistent, Dylan. He comes across the line. Sticks in a 1:29.7. So he does go quickest. There we go. Into the race straight away then. 20 minutes around Brands Hatch. Let me get a glug of coffee down my neck. So Dylan on pole. And from previous weeks, if these boys let him get out of their sight, he's off and done. So they've got to keep check of him. Let's keep an eye on this then. Dylan on pole, Obi-Wan 2nd on 3rd. They're away. Raoul stuck on the grid. Raoul is stuck on the grid. So Dylan, good start then. Obi-Wan filing through in order. We have got a driver stuck on track at race start, so we'll have to see whether they call for a restart on this one. He's got away now, so I'm not too sure what happened. So Dylan already stretching his legs. He's got 0.7 over Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan under a little bit of pressure from Don. Goes a tiny bit wide there through Surtees, just as I said, can happen. Going to put himself under pressure from from Don. Don looking to run up the outside here. In the Harry Potter mobile, side by side through Hawthorns. Obi-Wan holds the advantage through there, but Don is piling on the pressure for this 2nd position. Again, they don't want to let that man get too far out of their sights. He is already out of slipstream range, actually. 1.1 seconds, Dylan. Kicking off here. All drivers get just about getting cleanly through Sheen. run quickly through the order then after lap 1. Got a driver off track as well. So Dylan up front then, Obi-Wan still second, Don third, Dizzy into fourth, Valium fifth, Infinity Decals 6th, Mocking Wheat's not having a great start, down to 7th. Apache in 8th, and unfortunately Raoul now back on track. Has he got some issues? No, he's not. Oh, what's going on here with Raoul? He's got a ringer in the seat, hasn't he? He's got to have. This is not Raoul. The bionic foot's going against him. Someone needs to reprogram it or calibrate it or something. It's all going wrong for Raoul. So Dylan had that gap reduced down to 0.8 of a second. So a tiny mistake set in then for Dylan. Obi-Wan and Don closing up on him. Maybe a tiny bit wide there for Dylan again. Catches the grass on the way out as well. Back down to slipstream range then, 3/4 of a second, but Valium drifting it through Sterling. Dylan 0.8 of a second lead over Obi-Wan. Don just 0.2 back as well. Top 3 starting to pull a little bit of a gap. Dizzy trying to close that back up. He is 1.1 seconds down at the minute, holding 4th. To close that gap back up and get into the top 3 fight, as is Valium by the looks of things, trying to hang on to the coattails of Dizzy. A little bit of a gap then back to Infinity Decals in 6th, 1.6 seconds. He's in a battle for that position with Mocking Weeks at the minute, right on his tail through Graham Hill. P1 Apache hanging on here as well, just a second back himself. And poor P1 Raoul, 43 seconds down. Not sure what happened to Raoul early on. Looks back up to race pace. See how he gets on. Dylan there again, just out of nowhere, stretching another second. Just while we were running through the order, the gap back up to 1.7 seconds. Obi-Wan and Don still neck and neck. Of these two, no. Just Dylan. That's all that can be said. Just Dylan. So Obi-Wan and Don still battling it out for that 3rd position. Dizzy and Valium close back up again as well. So they're bumper to bumper for 4th and 5th. Again, still looking to close this gap down on his 3rd place battle up front. Still 1 second down for the 4th place man Dizzy. Valium looking to run around the outside. Or maybe they'll switch back on Diz. Not quite worked out. He's holding 5th though. And they are closing that gap back up to Obi-Wan, who is now in 3rd position. Don's got past him then. It's now down to Don to try and close that gap up. 1.8 seconds. That's the gap. Clear track in front of him. Almost a clear track behind. We're going to see that gap come down now. Don's up into 2nd position. Is Dylan just going to stay Mr. Consistent? Keep that gap. Stick around to find out. There he goes then through that Clark curve. Coming through to end. What are we on? Lap 4. Starting lap 5 then. Gap still at 1.7 between himself and Don. Obi-Wan then now under pressure from Dizzy. Lost a bit of time to Don. Just the gap there, 0.7 of a second. Again, Dizzy right on his tail. Pulled a little bit of time himself over Valium. now Mocking Weeks has actually managed to make a break. He's got himself back past Infinity Decals, pulled some time on him, and looking to close back up on this top 5 fight. Oh, Apache in the background going very wide. Gets it back on track, but loses a bit of time to Infinity Decals. And poor P1RC still 40.9, may as well be 41 seconds down in 9th. He will start at the front for race 2 though, if he stays like this. Stretching still then, Dylan. I did just see it at 2 seconds. There it goes. Don not able to close that gap up then. Still not dropped Obi-Wan, Diz, Valium, and soon to be Mocking. Gap there, 2.7 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that. Takes 2/10 out of Valium's time already, down to 2.4 seconds. Dylan exploring track limits on the way out of Druids. Got to be careful, that's costing him time. The gap down to 1.8 seconds, so from 2 seconds, 2.1. Gets it back up to 2 through 30s though. He's not messing about, is Dylan. Don in 2nd then, pulls more time from Obi-Wan. Still holding 3rd, but now a 2nd back, 1.1. Coming under increased pressure from Dizzy as well. Valium definitely being dropped from that top 4 fight. He's got to be careful. Mocking Weeks is definitely closing up on him. The gap down to 1.8 seconds between 5th and 6th. Get ourselves on board for a bit of Mocking Weeks. Oh, Valium's gone wide through Sterners. That's going to slow him down. Bit of grass tracking for him. See what the gap's out when they're both back out onto this straight. 1.3 seconds. A little mistake like that then. Let's put Valium under all sorts of pressure now. The gap's still coming down a little bit. Oh, he's gone wide as well through there. Mocking's done well to avoid getting into a collision with him. Unfortunately, that has now put Valium down to 7th. Infinity Decals has got past him too. He's going to have dusty tyres for a couple of corners. He'll be angry in that cockpit as well, I can imagine. He won't be happy with that. Apache though, he's lost a lot of time. He must have been backwards somewhere. No damage on the car, but lost a lot of time to these boys up front. 27 seconds the gap. Let's put him under increased pressure from Raoul, who's now only 12 seconds back. Big mistake then from Apache somewhere. So Dylan still only 1.5 seconds. Don still taking a little bit of time out of him. Still dragging Obi-Wan as well. Dizzy bolted onto the back end of that. Again, we've lost Valium out of that fight. Mocking Weeks now got a great big gap between himself and 4th. 3.4 seconds he's got to try and close up. Just past half race distance, so 9.5 minutes left of race 1 at least. Can Mocking Weeks get back into this fight? They're only just coming into Druids now, so not that far back at all, really. Dylan then still 1.5. Don, Obi-Wan and Dizzy still in pretty much exactly the same positions. There is Mocking Weeks just coming through now. Infinity Decals up in position into 6th. Valium 7th, still racing. 14.5 seconds down from Infinity Decals. Oh, almost getting it wrong then for Valium again. Apache through Graham Hill then down towards Surtees. Now only 13 seconds back from Valium. Raul's closing that gap as well. That's down to 10 seconds. 8 minutes left for Raul to try and make any kind of position or move in this race. Called a couple of attempts back on Don, back up to 1.7 the gap, 1.6 now. Again, Obi-Wan and Dizzy still in the hunt as well. Unfortunately, Mocking Week's losing a bit of time. 4.4 seconds the gap. Teleport in front will be gaining a bit of a toe off each other. Not sure whether Dizzy and Obi-Wan will be working together to try and close the gap back up on Don. Not close enough down Pilgrim's Drop. But they are keeping Dylan a little bit more humble this week. He's not managed to stretch himself out as far as he has done in previous weeks. The gap's still at 1.5 then. Don trying everything he can to close that gap up. Pulled a little bit more time from Obi-Wan in third. What's that gap to now? Almost there you go, 1.3 seconds it just flicks over to. Dizzy still just 0.3 back, holding on to that fourth position. Maybe just hanging on to it until near the end. And then goes for a sneaky overtake for third. We'll see what happens. That's a little bit closer to Obi-Wan through Druids. Mocking Weeks gets the gap back down. Oh, no, sorry, he's lost a bit of time. But I thought he said 3 seconds, but it didn't. It said 5. 4.8 seconds at the minute. Under no threat from behind. He's got 6.5 seconds back to Infinity Decals in 6th. There's another 26 seconds, nearly 27 seconds back to Valium in 7th. Apache again closed up. 3.5 seconds back to Apache. And there's Raul, 8.3 seconds back. So running out of time for Raul. 5 minutes left on the race clock for race 1 then. Still the gap stays the same, 1.6. Are we going to see him move from Dizzy in these last couple of laps? Is he just going to squirt one past Obi-Wan when he's not looking? He's only got 4.5 minutes to play with. Yeah, Mocking Weeks 5.5 seconds down then in 5th. Infinity Decals having a very lonely race at the minute. 10 seconds in front. Oh, just catches a wheel on the grass through there. Drifts it a little bit sideways through Graham Hill. I think he's trying to get it sideways through Graham Hill. Don't do too much drifting though, Infinity. Oi. Stick to the black stuff, you maniac. Nearly off track then for Infinity. Had to back out of that one. Valium 7th then. He's got himself back past Apache. 3.7 seconds the gap there. about 6 seconds back. Oh, Raul just dipping a wheel on the grass there as well, getting the back end out on the Mazda. Yeah, tricky little corner, Surtees. Dylan then still hugging the inside line at Druids. That gap has come down though. Dylan is now 1.2 seconds back, starting to really pile the pressure on here. 3 minutes left of this race. Everyone's tyres looking very similar for wear. The medium tyre only in this race. Oh, he's still waiting to see a move from Dizzy here. Does look a little bit closer to Obi-Wan this lap. Everyone's struggling a tiny bit with the tyre wear. That gap's still coming down between first and second as well. 1.2 seconds. Oh, a little wheel on the grass there for Dylan. Minutes left then. Can Don keep closing that gap? He's eking out again a little bit. Dylan just able to put the... Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone into the sand. That's going to slow him down. I'll say that. The gap's now at 1.4 seconds. Coming down now though, so he was slow coming out of Druids. Maybe a bit of dust on the tyres. Don's seen that though, giving him something to aim for. He's now a second back. Just needs to get within slipstream range, possibly up here. Start closing that gap up. GT Obi-Wan then, still holding third position. Dizzy not gone for a move yet, if he's going to. Shows his nose to Obi-Wan. Just reminds him he's there. Mocking Weeks then. Lonely race for 5th at the minute. He's not going to make a mark on those top 4. Infinity Decals as well. Still drifting around the last few laps. Again, plenty of time to play with. Valium 7th. Apache 2.6 back, and Raul only 2.5 back, so these three are going to get a little bit close for comfort in this final lap. Now then, Dylan and Don, the gap down to half a second. Final lap shootout then, 20 seconds left on the clock. Gap down to 0.3. Dylan under all sorts of threat now from Don. The inside line into Surtees, not quite close enough. Trying to pile the pressure onto Dylan, cause a bit of a mistake. Gets on the gas early out of Surtees, but Dylan just edging his way up front again. Running out of corners for Don. I've got drivers already crossing the line, but I'm going to stick with this for now. It is... it's getting so close. Through Dingle Dell, into Sheen. Both drivers getting it through there. Just 2 corners remaining. Sterling's cleanly for both drivers. Dylan's only got to take this corner cleanly, and he's taken the win in race 1. I've got a driver off track. There it is, Dylan then through to take the win in race 1, on board with P1 Don, who did close that gap up right at the end. So Dylan takes first then, Don takes second, GT Obi-Wan does hold on to third then. Dizzy not managed to make a move and take that position off him, so he takes 4th. Mocking Weeks 5th, Infinity Decals 6th, Valium 7th, Apache 8th, and Raul in 9th. So again, another win for Dylan. Seen that purple Mazda far too many times. Fastest lap, clean race, pole position, everything. Gets all the points. Don't forget to vote for driver of the day as well, people. They do get extra points in the championship. So we'll have a few minutes break. I'm not too sure what might it be. It might make it 1:45. It might make it 10:45. We'll see. But yeah, there'll be a bit of a break. Give the drivers a tiny bit of a rest in between race 1 and race 2. How are we all doing anyway, people? All right? Don't forget to like and share it and all that sort of stuff. Ooh. During the break. Always good to remind people of that. I think last week's stream I just turned it off. Just turned the stream off. I forgot all my outros and everything. I think I was just so hot sitting in this little tiny room. Got my TV running, my PC, my PlayStation. I'm in a 6 foot by 6 foot, or maybe 7 foot by 7 foot room. Gets a bit warm with some heavy electronics running in it. PlayStation that sounds like it wants to take off. What happened to Raoul? Nothing in the chat. And there will be in a minute. Predictive text that does stay up but then doesn't stay up. What happened, Raoul? I'm calling ringer. It's not like Raoul to get stuck on the grid and start 20 seconds later. And then to get it all wrong, definitely not like Raoul. Wheel keeps disconnecting. No, that's not what you want. That's funny, that is. My wheel keeps disconnecting. Dylan's saying he's just poop. Valium saying controller up, bum. Yeah, ditch the wheel, get the controller out, stop messing about. T minus what? 7 seconds, minutes? Okay, so race 2 going to start at 21:50. Drift time, Mr. Robinson. Are you out on track giving it big uns, are you? Let's get ourselves on. So, Depending who else is out on track giving it driftatrons. We're having best drift comp. Dizzy's not drifting though. Keep her on Mr. Deckles, see what he's got. Oh, he's had to back out of that one. Bit of grass tracking, taking out the distance markers as well. Using all the track to do his driftatrons. Not bad, Mr. Infinity. Not bad at all. Ah, that might be another reason Raul's shockingly slow. He may have kept his car too heavy for race 1. Fastest lap, Infinity Deckles, 147.8. Go on, son. And a drift round Druids. In the pits, tyres worn out. What's Dizzy doing? Is he giving it driftatrons? No. Oh, he's taking your fastest lap off you, Infinity Deckles. Look, 17 seconds faster. Can't have that. Where's Reg GT? He would put a bit of pressure on Infinity Deckles for his drifting. Bit of entertainment for the crowd. Has he kept it? He's managed to keep it. Just thrashing that new set of... Why would I want to say you've got intermediates on? Is it medium or intermediates? Definitely intermediates you've got on. Maniac. Wet tyres on them peeps, that's why he's getting a little bit sideways. Oh, and backwards he goes. Right, that's enough of you, Infinity. See what Don's got on the old driftatron if he's going to give it some. Oh. Maybe a little bit late on the pull there, Don. Not doing so well on those tyres, mate. Get the sneaky intermediates on like Infinity Deckles has done. So lobby settings just being fiddled about with then. Reverse grid for race 2. knew that was going to happen. I was going to say Mocking Weeks was just looking menacing in the background there. There it was. Went for the pit manoeuvre on Don, took himself out. Right, here we go then. Race 2 coming up. Backwards Don for your viewing pleasure, just as we head into the start as well. So, Raoul on pole, now with a lightened car. Let's see what he's got. Apache second, Valiant third, Infinity Decals fourth, Mocking Weeks fifth, Dizzy sixth, GT Obi-Wan seventh, Don in eighth, and Dylan in ninth. What's he got in race 2? Down for the count. Evening, brother. How you doing? All got away now. Raoul's wheel not disconnecting this time, but Valium closing up on him. He's getting swamped as he heads into turn 1. Then Raoul does hold that inside line, but Apache getting through up front as they come into Druids. Valium looking to run around the outside. He's gone deep though. Raoul's going to come back at him. Can he hold the position down into Graham Hill? He does, just by the skin of his teeth. Raoul back into first then. Apache second, Valium third, Infinity Decals fourth. Valium, Mocking Weeks going up the inside of Infinity there. Oh, Apache and Valium going side by side. Oh! Valium all over the place, gets himself back on track, holding 7th position. What's happened to Don and GT Obi-Wan? All the way at the back of the pack, and a long way back as well. 5.7 seconds. Did you two get it wrong at turn 1, or did you get it wrong at Graham Hill, I would expect? It's unfortunate then. Work to do. So Raoul leading 0.6 of a second from Apache. Oh, Infinity Decals has gone wide through there as well. That's going to slow him down. 3 drivers possibly looking to come past him. So Mocking Weeks goes through, Dizzy goes through, Dylan goes through. Infinity Decals then has to slot back in behind in 6th. Who have we lost? Have we lost Valium already? Why have we lost Valium? Oh, because he went spinning off. Ended up in 7th, didn't he? But Don and Obi-Wan just splitting up at the minute. Obi-Wan just 0.4 seconds at the back of the pack. Again, top 3 should be holding extra weight. So what has the Lonely German got? Can he hold this lead from start to finish? I say start to finish. He messed it up a little bit. Chris, evening, brother. What the going on here then? Racing. Bit of argy-bargy though. Valium's ditched out already. Apache going very tight through there. Not under any direct threat from Mocking Weeks. He's closing that gap up. Looking dangerous in race 2 then, Mocking. Dizzy holding 4th, but he's under pressure from Dylan. Dylan all over his rear end as they head into Clark Curve. Goes up the inside. Dizzy not going to defend that. So allows Dylan to slot through then into that 4th position. Dizzy has to take 5th. Infinity Decals still in 6th, a little way back now though. Maybe a second odd. Dylan from the back of the pack already into 4th. We're only into, can't even see that on screen. Oh, lap 3, there you go. He's got the top 3 just in front of him. Mocking Weeks and Apache neck and neck as they go through Surtees. Raoul's not managed to stretch any kind of lead out either. Dylan saying screw this, purple sectors for you lot. Not bad, Chris, not bad. Apache going defensive then. Mocking Weeks. Oh, Tried to slot one around the outside, didn't work. Going to look back up the inside. Apache's wise to that though, closes the door. Tighter line through there for Mockin. Apache goes defensive again as they run up the hill towards Sheen. Got to be careful here. Dylan all over the back end of this fight. Ooh, wheel on the grass though for him. Hunting down third and second then is Dylan. Ooh. Apache. Tiny bit of contact between himself and Mockin Weeks. Slowed Mockin Weeks down enough for Dylan to get through. So Mockin now down to fourth. Nowhere for him to go through through Paddock Hill. Defensive up to Druids as well, trying to go up the inside of Apache. Apache given far too much room there and given Mockin Weeks a look. He gets himself through. Infinity Decals. Oh, sorry, that's Dizzy just in the background. He's closed that gap back up. Infinity Decals still with him as well. So Dylan into second. Now on the hunt for race leader Raoul. Gap at 2 points. Oh, it was 2.1. It is 2 seconds now. Mockin Weeks though all over the back end of him. Defensive for Dylan. A lot of speed through there, Mockin, but Dylan still stretches out. Oh, gets a bit lively through there, keeps it on track though. Pulls more time on Mockin Weeks. Oh, you're stretching those track limits a little bit there, Dylan. Mockin Weeks just struggling with traction through there. He's putting himself under a little bit of pressure from Apache behind. That was the wrong camera. Dizzy and Infinity Decals still within a shout of this top 3 fight. If they keep battling, I can't think it'll be long before you see P1 Don and GT Obi-Wan close the gap up either. Just coming through Paddock Hill Bend there then, the two of them. Let's get ourselves back on board with those. See how they're getting on right at the back of the pack here. Oh! Oh, Raoul's wheel has disconnected. That was Raoul just getting sent into oblivion. He's hit it with a hammer. He's pulled it out and shoved it back in, switched it on and off again. Whatever he's done, he's got himself back on track, but unfortunately now, right at the very back of the pack. He's doing all right as well, Raoul. A couple of second lead. 7.3 seconds off the last man, 15 seconds off of race leader, who is now just been gifted race lead, Dylan. Still under threat from Mockin though. Mockin's not letting this one go. Can he put enough pressure on Dylan? Still good battle going here, top 5. We've got Apache in third, still being contested by Dizzy for that position. Infinity Decals closed the gap back up as well. He's now only 0.6 of a second back. Here is Don and Obi-Wan, 3.5 seconds back for Don. Obi-Wan just 0.9 of a second back, so slowly closing up on those drivers in front. Raoul, unfortunately, 10 seconds down from anybody at the minute. 12 minutes left on the race clock. Dylan pulls a bit of time over Mockin. Gap to 1.1 seconds. Still plenty of time behind him. 2 seconds back to Apache in third, so he's still battling it out with Dizzy really, so they're slowing themselves down. Apache, Diz and Infinity all still bumper to bumper through there. Mockin Weeks just having to back off. Dylan then takes another 10th, 1.3 seconds out front. Apache sideways through Sterling's. He holds on to third, but for how much longer I don't know. Dizzy looking around the outside. Infinity Deckel's trying to slot his way through as well. Side by side through Clark. Clean, everybody stays on track, that's what we want. Apache just holding on to third. He's under all sorts of pressure though. He's got Mazdas either side of him looking for their way through. Goes defensive, Dizzy comes firing through there. Can he carry enough speed to get the job done? Hold it side by side, maybe get the move done down into Graham Hill. He's got his nose up the inside. There he goes then, does just get the job done. Infinity Deckel's unfortunately doesn't make that pass, so has to hold on to fifth. Oh, Apache getting a good run through Surtees though, putting the pressure back on Dizzy. Infinity Deckel's using the toe as well, a little bit of a bump draft to try and get the job done on Diz, didn't work. Should have stayed behind Apache really. Still bumper to bumper, and there's Obi-Wan in sixth. What's happened to Don? So Obi-Wan all over the back end of this fight then in sixth position. Let's just go and find out what's happened to Don. How far back is he? 9.6 seconds. What happened, Don? Stopped for tyres, 140.4, not too sure there, mate. Oh, Raul's, he's packed it in. He's got damage after slamming into the wall too many times. Wheel disconnect, so he's pulled himself out of that fight. Dylan then continues to lead. 9 minutes left on the clock. 1.3 seconds over this man Mockin. He's put a bit of pressure on him in race 2, but again, Dylan. He's just found that little extra something somewhere. Every race he seems to do it. 8.5 minutes left for Mockin to try anything here. Then Dizzy gets himself through to third. Apache fourth. Infinity fifth. Obi-Wan now sixth. Get ourselves on board with Obi-Wan in the thick of this fight. We know he's quick. Can he get himself past this lot? Already looking to make a move on Infinity Deckel's. Backs off through there. Infinity Deckel's has had to back off the throttle though to keep himself on track. That slowed him down. That should give Obi-Wan the advantage through Sheen. Infinity, you can't run side by side through there, you maniac. So Obi-Wan up into fifth. Now hunting down Apache and Dizzy in front. Just at 1.6 seconds. Ooh. Infinity Deckel's coming back though through Sterling's and into Clark's, side by side on the way out through there. Obi-Wan does hold the advantage into the next turn though. Infinity Deckel's is saying I'm not interested in that, I'm going to run him around the outside. No, he's not. Try for the cut back up the inside. Oh, and it's worked as well. Obi-Wan stuck his wheel on the grass. There goes Don through. Be taking that position. A little bit of front end damage for Obi-Wan as well with that. Okay, Mockin Weeks brought that gap back down 0.9 of a second. 7 minutes left on the clock. Tyres looking good on Mockin Weeks' car. Not looking too bad on Dylan's either. Still at 0.9. Can Mockin Weeks put any kind of grief to championship leader? Just squeezes another tenth out, 0.8. ourselves on board with Dylan. Looking back at Mockin's challenge. Gets the gap back up to a second. Purple sector from him then. He's still not messing about in these later stages of the race. Just under 6 minutes left then for Mockin Weeks to make any kind of challenge on Dylan. His lines are almost perfect. So consistent 130s apart from lap 6, which was a 1:29.6. Fastest lap of the race. Mockin does take a little tenth out of him around the back half of this circuit. Trying to explore every avenue to try and close this gap up then. 0.9 of a second gap does just stretch up to a second again. Going tight through that final turn for Dylan. And again, another couple of tenths out just through that first turn for Mockin. Out of time then, Mockin Weeks, he will be happy with second, but I'm sure he'd like a first. Gap down to 3/4 of a second then. Pushing hard then, Mockin, looking for that first place. Dizzy into third then, 8 seconds back. Pull time over Apache now, 4.6 seconds back in fourth. Still got Infinity Decals for company. Done through to 6th after GT Obi-Wan's mistake in turn 1. Put him all the way down in 7th. Raul, who has got himself back driving again, but has had all sorts of disconnect issues with his wheel. Holds 8th, and we have lost Valium from this one. Ooh, gap down then, down to half a second between Mockin Weeks and Dylan. It's on like Donkey Kong now. Weeks can taste this victory. A little twitch there from Dylan. Got back up to 0.6. Minutes remaining. Still got battles running here as well. We've got Apache and Infinity Decals still pretty close. This is where it's at really. Just a 0.4 of a second in it, 0.3. Closing up again then, Mockin. So they are going to see 2 laps. Plenty of opportunities for Mockin to go for this win here. He's going up the inside into Druids. Does he outbrake himself? He does. Dylan just slots himself back into that first place. It was a brave attempt, Mockin. He's looking through Graham Hill, all over the rear end of Dylan's Mazda, heading up towards Surtees. Wants a good run up the hill into Hawthorns. And he gets a good run as well. Where's he gone? There he is, up the inside of Dylan. Just take race lead for now. Can Dylan come back at him? So just a minute left. Mockin just takes race lead. Dylan is not having that though. Looking to get that position back before the end of this race. Hanging on to the rear end of Mockin Week's car. These boys are going to see... Oh, he goes for the move. A little bit wide through there for Mockin. Dylan comes through then. Retake the position. But Mockin's... I tell you, this is going to be a battle all the way around here. Mockin Weeks has got the inside line into turn 1. Nothing in it. Dylan not going for a move into Druids. Surprising. Mockin Weeks does hold the line this time though. Dylan got to try again somewhere else. So let me just run through who's crossed the line. Dizzy then comes through to take 3rd. Apache takes 4th. Infinity Decals comes home in 5th position. Don takes 6th. Obi-Wan takes 7th. Raoul is eventually going to take 8th. Let's get back to these two. Mockin Weeks then up the long back straight. Puts his car right in the middle of the track. A little bit sideways for Mockin. Dylan sweeps his way back through. Tiny mistake. Might have just thrown it all away there, Mockin. Oh, not all away. Still got 2nd. Can't lose that 2nd position either. Just Clark to go then. Run to the line. It's going to be a run to the line. Mockin might get this. He's got himself back up front. That's a photo finish, but Mockin does take it by 0.073 of a second. Great last couple of laps battle there. He is trying hard. He tried hard for a reason. Look at that. There's a decent look. It's not a purple car on the start on the winning screen thing. It's a blue one. Good. Driver of the day, Mockin Weeks. Driver of the day, Mockin Weeks. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good little fight, that one. Dylan did manage to stretch himself out, but Mockin Weeks managed to claw him back and eventually take the win. So it looks like there was a little bit of contact between Don and GT Obi-Wan early on. That's what put them back. But yes, some good racing again then from the P1 boys. Finals next week, the Enduro. What are you yorking on about? He didn't throw it away though. He didn't though, did he? Done it, I know. Amazing. Fair flipping play. Driver of the day, Big Les. That's right. Yeah, nah, mate. Yeah, nah. So, finals next week. Endurance. Where did we say that was from? Let me just go back to that. Bathurst. 40-minute Blazarama round at Bathurst. It's going to be at night. You're going to do it at night, boys. Do it at night. I think you should do it at night. I think. Dylan. It was a good race. Was a good race right at the end there, mate. I thought you'd snatch that one again, but no. Last lap. Mockin chucked it, and then Mockin grabbed it. So yes, come and check out the finals next week. Like I say, a 40-minute endurance from Bathurst in the wet, at night, not in the wet, at night. It's a good track. I like Bathurst. If you get it right, if you get it wrong, it's horrible. But, nothing else for me at the minute. We've got the TOR League starting on the beginning of September. Not too sure when the minis is starting either. I'm sure I've had a start date. There we go. Booted out of the lobby. I'm sure I've had a start date, but I've not bothered to look, so I can't remember it. I'm sure it'll be about the same time, somewhere near the start of September, end of August time. So I will get you updated on that one. But yeah, it's just the P1 boys stuff at the minute, and the finals next week. So I get a couple of weeks off. Woo! Right. That's pretty much going to be about it. If you want to help my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoke and drop a donation on there. If you actually want something for your money, then send me a message. And for the same sort of money you drop a donation, you can get 2 free stickers. How about that? If you don't want them, there's t-shirts available. All right. So hit me up at dartsmoker@googlemail.com or on the Facebook page, Dartsmoker. Other than that, I hope you like what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dartsmoker. I'm out of here.